Hello everyone and welcome to an updated commentary on my apartment and garage. So this is where my new apartment is. It's Richard's Majestic, as you can see there. And if you haven't seen where my old apartment was, you can check the link in the description, and that'll take you to the earlier video that I did in this series, which shows you my first apartment. So yeah, Richard's Majestic. I chose this mainly because of the way the garage comes out of the road. The views are very nice, and it's a little bit different as well. Everyone always chooses Weasel Plaza or Eclipse Towers. I wanted to go for something a little bit different. So this is my view. Obviously, people have seen the apartments before. I'm sure a lot of people have the highest end apartment, and they're all the same. But this is the view that I have. You know, you've got all the mountains in the background. You've got the observatory up there. You can see the Vinewood sign in decent weather conditions, and the golf course is right there as well, which looks really nice when it's sunny. By the big window, we've got pretty much the whole beachfront, so you can see the pier, the wheel which is lighting up, all of the mountains on the right, sort of all of the beach, and the pretty much all of Los Santos up towards the beach. So yeah, you know, there's some really nice views there, and especially, you know, the weather conditions when I did this video weren't that great, but when it's some really nice sunny conditions, it's very, very nice. And in the dark as well, you get all of the lights from the pier and the beach, which, you know, it's very good. So yeah, that's the reason I chose this apartment. Obviously, you know, everything else in the apartment is the same. It's just really the views that I wanted to show you, really. And we'll get on to what everybody really wants to see, and that's the garage. So, yep, it's straight down into the garage as per normal, just like every other apartment, every other high-end apartment. Open the elevators, and here we are. This is my 10-car garage filled with cars, essentially. This is what we've got. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight. So, on the left-hand side are all of my racing cars. So, I have basically 5 racing cars and 5... normal cars that I just like, basically. So those racing cars are ones that I use specifically for races, in races, for the classes that I've got there. So there are 5 racing classes that I don't have cars for. So yeah, they're all in the same colour. They're all got the same sort of, they're all colour coordinated with the sunrise orange paint scheme. And then, you know, black as well is, let's say, the secondary colour, black or carbon. And they're all like the same colour. This is kind of bike corner. So we've got the motorbike there, and then we've got all the other bikes as well. So we've got the mountain bike, the BMX, and the racing bike, and the BMX has got a little orange tint to it as well. So then on the right hand side, we've got all the cars that I like for whatever reasons. So, you know, whether they look good, they serve a functional purpose, they've got a lot of modifications, they remind me of certain things like this Banshee, which I'll come on to a bit later on. Or they sound great, or they're just generally my favourite cars in the game. Especially these 2 front cars. I mean, the Stinger GT is beautiful, and it sounds fantastic. And the same with the Fauza. I would say the Fauza is probably my favourite car in the game. So we'll go through each car individually, and first up we've got the Entity, obviously the fastest car in the game. All of my racing cars are fully modded. And then we've got the Elegy next, so fastest supercar, then the fastest sports car. I would say the Elegy is definitely the one that looks most like a proper racing car out of all the cars that I've got. Then for the muscle cars, I went for the Gauntlet. Now, it isn't as quick as the Ruiner, as I've said before and proved before, and I actually did test both fully modded versions of the Ruiner and the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet isn't quite as quick, but the difference isn't that much, and I feel it's a bit more stable for races, so that's why I went for that. Then for the Coupes class, we've got the Exemplar, which is also my chosen 4-door car, and then the Barty, just because it looks more like a race bike as well. Then we've got the Sabre Turbo. I love that just because of the engine coming out of the hood, and the Carbonizer, which I chose because it was pretty much the best drop-top version, drop-top car that you can get. So yeah, all of these cars also have personalised number plates, so they've all got Bruffy on the number plate, and yeah, the Carbonizer I just chose because I wanted a drop-top car, really. It's just one of, you know, nothing on this side is really the quickest car in the game. They're all on all the racing cars. So the Banshee's next, and this is just me harking back to GTA 3. On GTA 3, there was always a green Banshee that was slightly more rare than the red and the blue Banshee, so I wanted to get that back in GTA 5 because it was always my favourite, and I obviously had to get the top-down version. I didn't want the hard-top one. So yeah, I've got that, and then the Stinger GT and the Fauza, which are both just wonderfully beautiful cars, and have incredible speed, incredible sounds, I should say. They just sound fantastic. So yeah, that's my garage really. All the racing cars on the left, all the cars that I like on the right. I do wish that we could have more garage space, because I would have a full 10-car garage of all racing cars, and then sort of an extra garage for cars that I like as well. But you can't. Hopefully we'll see that in DLC in the future, where we can have more garage space. So this is how we come out of the Rich's Majestic garage. It's sort of from underground, which I quite like, up the ramp, and then through onto the road, and then there you go, back out. And that's basically Richard's Majestic. There's only 2 apartments that you can buy in here, but I obviously went for the more expensive one with the better views. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my apartment tour. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments which of my cars that you like the best, and let me know what you've got in your garage as well. So thanks a lot for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.